Have you ever witnessed something you couldn't explain? It was a summer evening when I went to visit my grandmother's house, a small cottage tucked away in the woods. The house had been in the family for generations, and though it was old, there was a certain warmth to it. But there was always something off about the place. My grandmother would never let anyone near the attic, and the basement always had a cold, damp smell, even in the heat of summer. I didn't think much of it until the night I stayed over. I was lying in bed trying to sleep when I heard soft footsteps in the hallway. They weren't the creaks of the house settling. No, this was something else. I could hear the distinct sound of someone walking slowly, deliberately. I assumed it was my grandmother checking on me, so I didn't think twice about it. But then I heard the footsteps stop just outside my door. I waited for the usual knock, but it never came. Instead, the door creaked open slightly, and I could see a faint shadow moving past the crack. I held my breath, thinking it was just my imagination. But then the whispering started. It was quiet at first, just a soft murmur like someone was speaking from the other side of the door. But the words were strange, unintelligible, almost like a language I didn't recognize. I didn't dare move, didn't dare make a sound. The whispering grew louder, more frantic, until it sounded like it was right next to me. It was coming from behind the door, and I could hear something scratching at the wood. Terrified, I pulled the covers over my head, hoping it would go away. When I finally mustered the courage to peek out, the door was shut. The hallway was silent. The next morning, I asked my grandmother about it. She looked at me with wide eyes, then gently told me to never go near the attic or basement alone. She didn't explain why, but I could tell she knew something I didn't. I never stayed the night again. And to this day, I wonder what was waiting for me outside that door. That was just one of the chilling stories. Want more? Watch the full video now and dive into even more terrifying encounters. And don't forget to subscribe for more horror stories every week, if you dare.